Good morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Saturday the 9th of July 2022. Now before we get the show on the road, firstly apologies that there was no video on Wednesday night and last night. As I said there would be. On Wednesday night, if I'm being brutal about it, I was not feeling great at all. Then last night I was caught up basically doing something else yesterday, so I couldn't make it anywhere in time. But anyway, we are back today and with a double header at 2 PM. It is Berwick Rangers versus South Shields in a friendly. Then at 6:30 it is back over to the Stanks for the quarter-final of the Berwick Charities Cup between Pryor Wolves and Simpsons Malt. So looking forward to today. Let's get up to Northumberland. So here I'm in Berwick. I'm here pretty early, so I'm gonna kill off a bit of time. The reason I'm here so early is because the train's just worked out quite significantly cheaper to do it that way, but all the same, here we are, and it is football after all. Get on to the Berwick Charities Cup quarter-final a bit later in the video, but going into this afternoon's friendly, Berwick finished 8th last season in the Lowland League. Of course, Berwick Rangers are famous for being an English team within the Scottish League. They were, I think at once upon a time, the only one, but then of course Tweedmouth Rangers, who play next door to Shieldfield, were formed, so there's now two of them. But as for South Shields, they were second in the Northern Premier League Premier Division last season, but lost out in the playoffs to Warrington Town in the semi-final, and I think it's pretty straightforward for them this year. They simply have to go up. I think they know themselves that anything less than that would be a failure, given the amount of investment that's been put into that football club since they got to the Northern Premier League Premier Division. They've sort of hit a bit of a wall, really. First year they're in there, they got to the playoff final. This was the year of the infamous Super Playoffs, but they lost their league playoff final to Warrington, so obviously they missed out on playing in the Super Playoff. Then the year after was declared null and void in March time because of the outbreak of COVID, which was a decision that they took to court but lost their appeal. Then the year after, there was obviously the season where the season never really got going at all, and once again because of COVID it was curtailed. But then last season, obviously it wasn't a fully completed season, but got to the playoffs and lost in the semi-finals once again to Warrington Town. So I think this time they'll be absolutely desperate to break into the National League North, but it should be a good friendly this afternoon. Berwick aren't quite the pushovers they once were. It'll be interesting to see how both teams are taking shape. I think for Berwick, if we're being real about it, they're probably at this moment in for a few years of basically being a mid-table Lowland League team. I mean, I know a lot can change in football very quickly. Like, for all we know, they could have an investor at some point or something like that, but We'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, looking forward to it this afternoon. I will see you in a few hours down at Shieldfield Park. So Shields are on their way out to warm up. I think they're going to be in their new blue away strip this afternoon. Now here come Berwick, and looking at that you'd think there might be a bit of a colour clash this afternoon, but we'll find out when the game starts. So here come the teams, and I'm very interested to find out more about that Berwick kit. Like, normally they play in black and gold, but it seems to be more of a red or orange or gold, something like that. So interested to find out more about that. As I speak, there's going to be a minute silence in memory of a well-known scout to the northeast, Carl Newton, who was tragically lost last week. Thoughts go out to all of his family and friends. We're underway. Best chance of the game so far. Half-time, Berwick Rangers 0, South Shields 0. For the most part, South Shields have had the vast majority of the play, but obviously haven't even really tested the goalkeeper properly of yet. Berwick have had a couple of sort of flash shots, but that's as good as it's got for them, really. I can't lie, I am not enjoying football at all at the minute. It's like I mean, the social side to every game up until this one has been pretty decent, but the football side of it's just been absolutely dreadful, hasn't it? Like, I mean, let's not be about the bush here anymore. It's like, it's been a diabolical start to the season. It's like, I think what I'm going to do is, like, I might get to the end of this pre-season and see what it's like, and then compare it to the difference of it to a competitive game. And if I'm honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't even bother with going to any pre-season games or anything like that next year, because it's just absolutely dreadful, isn't it? Like, that's honestly the best way I can put it. But anyway, still another long 45 minutes of this to endure. Oh! Best chance Berwick have had all game. Oh! 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 Full time, Berwick Rangers 0, South Shields 1. 90 minutes of my life that I'm never getting back. That is the best way you can put that game, and it's probably the best way you can put basically all of my first 4 games. It's just really been such a dreadful start to 2022 to 23, hasn't it? like nothing to get excited about at all. I mean, but in terms of football today, I think Berwick, to be fair to them, played better in the second half than they did in the first, despite the fact that that was the half that they conceded a goal in. Shields, you could tell that it was their first game back. I think obviously I think what they'll probably do in their pre-season is sort of up the tempo as the games go on. So yeah, but for me, it's I know pre-season it's just about fitness and seeing where you're at, and the result isn't really important. But as a spectator, it's not been good to watch. But anyway, on to the second game now, which is Pryor Wolves versus Simpsons Malt in a quarter-final of the Berwick Charities Cup down at Stanks. Let's just hope that that game having a competitive edge makes something of a difference. Let's head on down to the Stanks. So just walking up to the Stanks now. Pryor Wolves were winners of Group G, while Simpsons Malt went through as the best place runner-up, or I can't really remember what group they came out of. I know they won to get here. They beat expected to lose 13-0, so I think goal difference is what it eventually came down to. I'm not sure what the story behind Pryor Wolves is and where they come from, etc. But I know that Simpsons Malt are a company based here in Berwick. They had some advertising hoardings around Shieldfield Park during the first game. So yeah, hopefully, as I said a little bit earlier, the competitive edge will make a difference, and I can maybe in a way sort of kickstart my season. But let's head to the Stanks and find out how it all unfolds. So Pryor Wolves are going to be in red this evening. Simpsons Malt are going to be in grey funny colour. So it looks as though we're just about set for kick-off. And we are underway. Got worse on camera. Oh! 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 Same. Bye. Oh! 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 Oh, man. Oh! Oh no! Half-time, Pryor Wolves 2, Simpsons Malt 0, and this is exactly what I mean by competitive edge. Much better game than what I've seen from anything else so far this season, and I think, to be fair, Pryor have absolutely dominated, and they should be well outside by now. But as it is, Simpsons Malts do still have a chance, but imagine if it carries on like this, then Pryor will go up and put in a few more goals. So we'll just have to see how second half goes. Good ball. Oh. The football gods just do not want me to see 3 goals in a game, do they? Oh! Thought we were going to see a goalie goal.
But then when I go up north, I don't know if you know people like Lee Vaughan and people like Smash. Playing for him.
Oh!
Monica, frat ground actually. Yes.
Finally, I've seen a game get more than 2 goals. Should have been one that's gone to extra time. Oh, watch it 4 years ago. What? Oh. Oh.
It's a penalty. Very good penalty. It's the fourth game out of 5. I've seen 5 goals. One midweek or when they get in the playoffs, just go up there. But
we're putting in these 3-2 pitch so
Full time, Prairie Wolves 5, Simpsons Malt 0. And I've got to say, I was pretty impressed there by Prairie Wolves. And that is into the semi-final of the Berwick Charities Cup. And it wouldn't surprise me if they went all the way. And they're evidently a very strong team. And good overall performance from them there tonight. They were really solid at the back, and they were created plenty of chances going forward as well. And towards the end of the game, the floodgates sort of opened a little bit for them. But yeah, it was nice, I must admit, to finally have a game where there was more than 2 goals. Like, the only thing I haven't seen now this season, I think, is both teams scoring in a match. Obviously, I haven't seen a draw yet either, but yeah, hopefully that is the kickstart that my year needs. Certainly, like, I enjoyed it. Like, I have to say, I did enjoy that game. It was certainly much better than the first game, but then again, with all due respect to both those teams, like, it wasn't going to be that difficult really. But yeah, anyway, that is that for this video, and I'll be back on Tuesday night, and the Heat are back. It is Dunstan UTS versus Gateshead, so really excited to go to that and to finally catch up with everyone after a couple of months and all that. Until then, take care, and I will see you later.